Can you give our miracle worker a hand tonight? Oh, come on, listen. I said the miracle worker. I said the miracle
Good morning, Wilmington. So I told you I had a special guest, and I am so honored and just so privileged just to be around one Black excellence. And I'm telling you, when I thought of this brother, I met this brother about 5-6 years ago when I first started DETV, and just his whole persona, like he didn't even know me. He just greeted me. Look, it just was like, yo, bro, what's up? You know, motivation, inspiration, everything that a brother needed. And I think God needs to make more men like this. So without further ado, I want to introduce to that one person across the United States that actually doesn't know the president of Delaware State University, Tony Allen. Tony, welcome to Good Morning Wilmington. How you doing?
Big Ive, I'm happy to be here, man. Thanks for having me. Always proud of you, my brother.
Man, I really appreciate you, man. I love the man that you are from brother to brother. I love to see you strive, and I love to see your success. I love to see you as the president of Delaware State University. Man, what is that like?
It is a very humbling feeling, but is the best professional decision of my life. I feel extraordinarily proud to be the leader of this great institution, and mostly because of the faculty, staff, and students, and the alumni. The history that is here, in my view, is unmatched. And it's my responsibility to make sure that I can shine a light on that wherever I go and grow this institution into the university that it is supposed to be, that will continue to rival all others in the country.
Nice. I love it. I love it. So, Dr. Tony Allen, I have to ask you this. Um, it's a crazy time right now, and you just became the president of Delaware State University. How are you adapting to this COVID-19?
Well, you know what? It has been a challenging time, and I hope you're staying safe and connected. I certainly have had family members who have been lost during this crisis. But what I really think about, one of my favorite quotes is, when a should becomes a must, human beings do extraordinary things.
Wow.
And the university here, the team here, and I mean the student, staff, and faculty, have figured out that it was a must that we get connected and get through this crisis together. So for me, it is early in my tenure, but in some ways, I couldn't have thought of a better way to start my tenure, to really have the opportunity to show the university community and Delaware what together looks like. We have been doing all of this together, and I thank the staff and faculty who have transitioned 1,400 in-person classes to online in 5 days.
Wow.
I thank the students who continue to just be tremendous. I have one student, a very good brother, who is a graduating senior. His mother got COVID. He has a little brother, a little sister, and a son. So overnight, he went from graduating senior, trying to dot his I's and cross his T's, to head of household.
Wow.
And I know that kind of story is resonant across the country, and certainly at Delaware State University. So I'm just proud that we are getting through this together, and I know we'll get through it together as we prepare for the future.
I was going through social media, and I saw something that you posted on your LinkedIn page about DSU, about the Emergency Student Relief Fund. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because seeing that it just sparked me to see that DSU cares.
That's exactly right. I tell you, when this process started, we decided, obviously, to make sure that our students were safe. They happened to be on spring break, so we just didn't allow them back on campus. But there were about 200 students who really come from vulnerable situations that we decided to keep on campus. So we were really thinking about them, making sure that they were fed, getting the services they needed, et cetera. But quickly, it came to our attention that students were struggling wherever they are, particularly at home, whether that be not having the technology they need, or being the head of household, all those kinds of things. And we thought it important to start the Student Emergency Relief Fund right away. And I can tell you, in 11 days, we raised $250,000. Today, we're at $560,000. Our
Right.
goal is $1 million. Here's the interesting point, though. We have already distributed funds for about 634 students,
Nice.
but there are 1,200 students that are in need, and their total costs are about $1.2 million. So the need is far outpacing our resources, which is why we're just going to keep going
Right.
to goal, because we know that we're all going to be in for the long haul, and I want to make sure that we're giving as much support to those students as is possible.
So while we're on it right now, just tell people where they can donate.
It is DESU/student relief. And it's easy. There are some parameters. Students have to apply for the awards, but I've made those parameters pretty broad. One story of a young lady, Kennedy, who lost both her grandparents during this crisis, is primarily responsible financially for their burial. The DSU alumni really stepped up to support her through the relief fund. So there are a wide range of things that students are asking for. We're making sure that we're vetting those things, but we're trying to get those dollars in their hands so they can navigate this crisis. Again, we need to do that together, and I want to make.
Right. Tony, a lot of people, Dr. Allen, a lot of people, Tony, a lot of people, they hold you and like up here, right? And for the people that don't know, like who you are, what's your why?
You know, I'm a first-generation college kid,
Mhm.
and my mother was a single mom. My biological father's been on drugs my entire life. So I see myself as a classic example of what's possible when people put their arms around you. And I
Mhm.
was thankful that the Delaware community has put their arms around me for all my life.
Right.
And that has made a significant difference. So I see it as my responsibility to serve as I have been served. They say to whom much is given, much is expected. And I feel like Delaware has given me much, and I expect more of myself as I try to bring up other young leaders, particularly those of color, because that's what we need. I tell my students all the time, I expect that you're going to be a great professional, wherever you find yourself in life. But it really is about how you give back to others and how consistently you do that throughout your life. So to have this platform, to send that message, to be able to educate students and also make sure that they know what the ethic of service is all about is very, very important to me. And I feel like it's a great blessing.
Nice, man. And with that, you got what a record high of graduating seniors that's going to follow your sentiments. They're going to be celebrating soon, May 16th, right?
That's right. That's right. We're very excited about that. That was one of the things we decided right away. I did tell the seniors that I'd give them an in-person graduation sometime in the fall, but I wanted them to have that experience on their graduation day. So we're doing a virtual commencement. There are a lot of nice surprises. We have about 25 cultural influencers that they're going to hear from. And I think you know some of who they are. Former Miss America, Vanessa Williams, Brian Stevenson, Delaware native, and a credible author of Just Mercy, which just turned into a movie. Vice President Joe Biden. Some of my favorite hip hop artists, you know, I'm an old school hip hop head. So Method Man and Jadakiss, Erykah Badu, and many, many more. Angela Yee, I know that's one of your favorites as well. So we're excited about what we're able to offer them. And Yuki Washington is going to deliver the commencement address. And I've had the privilege of already seeing the address. It's going to knock your socks off. It's going to knock your socks off. So I'm really excited for the students and their families, because so many people have, again, wrapped their arms around our students and said, together. And that's what it all matters is all about.
Tony, come on, man. Like that star-studded, that's not even like a graduation. That's just like a concert. You know what I mean? A symposium. Like,
The big news is we have a pre-party with DJ Breeze at 11:15. We have the commencement at noon, but check it out, at 2:00, the Thurgood Marshall College Fund is doing a virtual commencement for 75 HBCUs. And the featured speaker is President Barack Obama. So you're going to see a lot, and a big shout out to JP Morgan Chase, who's helping sponsor that event along with Howard University and Paul Quinn College. So shout out to Terrence Bowman,
Yes.
Bernadette Dorsey, T. Duckett, and many more over at JP Morgan Chase as well.
Man, that's what's up. I love what Delaware is becoming. You know what I mean? I love to see Black excellence. I love to see DSU. I just love it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So Saturday, what you're saying, Tony, is that people need to get their popcorn, so their loved ones, their gifts for their graduating senior, and they should just sit by their social media all day and just rock out.
Out all day, and you know the channels. You're helping us, so I need you to get a plug for all the channels they can watch it on.
So here we at DTV are so happy that Del State is trusting us with this. We are multi-streaming and multi-broadcasting the commencement. And what that means is we're playing it on channel 28 in Newcastle County and channel 190 statewide. Now, if you don't have social media, you can watch it at detvch.com on our website. Just go to the top, click the Watch Now button. If you do have social media, you can watch it on. Okay, get your pen and pad. You can watch it on DSU's Facebook and Twitter. You can watch it on our DTV's Facebook and Twitter. Dr. Tony Allen's Facebook, Twitter, but you can't see it on his Instagram. He be rocking out on IG now. You can't see that. All right, so we can't wait. This is such an exciting time. Dr. Tony Allen, thank you for everything that you're doing. I am.
Thank you. I hate to interrupt you, but my man, I'm proud of you. I know how much you care about Delaware State University. My cousin, Kenny Green, talks about you all the time and your experiences when you were here. And I know that you're going to walk across that stage real soon. I'm going to be very happy to be able to sign that degree, man.
Bro, I cannot wait. You know what that would mean to my daughter and my son to see daddy walk across the stage, you know? And this is a shameless plug for DSU. DSU made me who I am. It gave me that hustle to become greater and better because I saw brothers and sisters that wanted to be greater and better. So I am just so happy to forever to be a Hornet, you know, and that's what it is. Should have been a Hornet.
What we say, it all matters. It all matters.
Yes. But one thing I've learned at DSU, the value of education, of good education. So, Dr. Tony Allen, thank you so much for your time and space. I can't wait to see this commencement on Saturday.
State.
All right, good brother. It's your main man, Big Ive. Check us out, detvch.com and DETV on channel 28 on Comcast. I'll see you on the other side. Be safe, my friends.
Can you give our miracle worker a hand tonight? Oh, come on, listen. I said the miracle worker. I said the miracle worker.